Hello my angels. So I'm just gonna do a chat and channel, no cards, just me and Jesus obviously. So I'm back home in my hometown at my mother and father's house, and it's been God, my journey last night. I had to sit there and pray like 3 times. Also, knowing as like a customer to something, okay, even trains, we were in a packed train last night in London King's Cross. 3 minutes past 9 we were meant to leave, and it got to 9:05, so last minute, to tell us that there's a train stuck in the line in Stevenage. And basically they didn't tell us anything, and you could feel the angst coming from people because we didn't know what was going on. And that silence can actually cripple somebody. I'm quite a doer, so I was looking at other trains. I was like, can I leave this train? Are you locking it up for sure? Like, what are you doing? Because you're not being clear. And I have quite an audacity now. I've worked customer facing and customer service most of my life, so when people in this role are being rude, I will cuss you out, because I deserve to know what's going on with me getting myself home, especially with the expenditure I had to spend to get home. So I prayed a lot, got over a sense of calm, and then I ended up speaking to the person sat next to me. He's a lovely man, his teacher, but I could feel the train's vibration shifting more because we weren't being told anything. So, and there was like one train. These are the signs I'm channeling, by the way, so please write them down if you're losing me. The trains were all delayed. When I was on the way to the train station, there was about 5 buses that were due. So for some people within the collective, there are things coming in, and for some people of the collective, there's delays. Now, in between those differences, there's a big thick silence that I don't know if people are able to process through their body. Even their nervous system can't process that silence. Now, I was going to put my headphones in and just mute myself away from the situation, but I needed to be present because I knew as soon as they made that call, I was grabbing my shit and I was leaving. I was literally getting to my next train across to St. Pancras from King's Cross anyway. And that herd of people, it doesn't do me any good. So I try and make the quickest head start when I can just sense that's when they're going to do it. We'd been sat on the train for an hour. And like, yeah, the silence of nothing, it was partly crippling me, which is why I prayed. But if people don't know how to handle the, feeling of angst, like real angst, they can't process it. And I witnessed that in a train full of people last night, including myself. And I had to detach from that and pray, protect my energy, and then deal with the situation. I had like someone's kid, he'd been kicked out of boarding school behind me, so I was like, are you going to be good getting home to Peterborough? Because that's where we are. Big up yourself. He set off the emergency alarm, true rebel. You don't need to be in boarding school and be a good boy all the time, like, you can actually live a little. He felt bad, but I was like, that builds character. Anyway, I got to encounter in the silence different souls, mainly male. And I think what I'm trying to channel is there is a split I'm seeing, and I witnessed that in the carriage where there was a real delay, and then things were due for people. So the things that were due, we were literally running to the due train. There was loads of due buses when I was on my way to the train, but we were running to the due train as soon as we knew we were running there. People who were delayed sat like ducks. They were like, and they didn't know what to do. And I think at this point in time, this is what a lot of people do feel like. They're either in one realm or another. And if you've got people who are in your life who are in an opposite realm to you, you can't shift your vibration, basically. Bang, bang, bang. You can't shift your vibration. Purely because the reason why you're delayed is because that's the reason for you. I had to sit there and go, I am delayed for a reason. This is happening for a reason. I am annoyed because I'm tired. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. I've done a day's work. And it's like, I'm tired. But the reflection of it was, I knew, and it's okay that I knew, I had to be there for that reason in this delay. And many other different things happened, but I had to just sit and surrender to it. And a lot of other people did, but they also didn't know what to do. Sometimes you don't need to do anything. Sometimes you could just be and be still. But sometimes when that thing is coming, there is a reason to rush, but there will still be space for you. And that's what I think the message is like, it doesn't matter if you're on either side, it's your season. You can't compare it to your, say, your family or friend member's season, because it's not either of yours, it's your own season. I can't speak for my own season, to be honest, which edge I'm in, because I feel like I'm actually in the middle of the crossroads myself of, do I rush? Because I don't need to rush. I know that. And if there's a knowing in between the middle, there's like a fine, I keep having my hands crossed like that. There's a fine feeling in the middle of that knowing. It doesn't matter if you go this way or this way. You're not even needing to rush that way if you are. But the collective, what you need to do is be real with yourselves and sit and go, this is happening to me for this reason, and I have to surrender to it. Doesn't matter if it's delayed or due to you. And I think once that, the sun's come out, nice confirmation. Once you've had that clarification or the situation happen to you where you're put in it, and this is it, like, this is real GTA, God's playing it. Like, we've just got to accept that we are in this game, in this realm, and the season comes for us individually. And I don't know if that's maybe the message is, the seasons are coming for people, but it's going to be in different phases for different individuals. Just because you see somebody having their phase first, that doesn't mean you're being missed. That needs to be really importantly acknowledged. Just because it's not the same stage as your individual friends, whatever, it's not your time. And it's coming close to the point where it is. So if you were then to resist because you've seen somebody have their time, because your time's not come, what do you think's going to happen? You're going to be shown another reason why you weren't ready for it. And I feel like that's probably what I'm being shown right now, in like a very subtle thing, last step thing that I'm being shown, and it's never ending, by the way. This is the whole point of having a relationship with God, is having that parental divinity check in with you. We all need that. So when somebody's season comes before yours, honor that for them. Be graceful for them, because when your season is due, what do you want people to be like with you? Okay? Because if you can't give that, yet you want to receive it, there's a resistance. That's what you're going to be shown. That's why you're delayed. So if you don't have that compassion for that person in that season, when it's their time, they've done their work, God will delay you. Now maybe that is what the message is for the collective. Worry about yourselves, okay? Don't know where all that came from. I hope you make all sense of that. and I will speak to you guys soon.